Republicans' ongoing effort to repeal and replace Obamacare. It is now clear that the Senate will not be voting on the Graham-Cassidy bill. In order to overturn Obama's Affordable Care Act before September 30th, Republicans required at least 50 votes to pass the measure. However, it is now evident that this will not be occurring, since 3 pivotal Republican senators have recently come out against the bill: Senator Susan Collins of Maine, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, and Senator John McCain of Arizona. The latest GOP bill has gained quite momentum within the past month. However, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has announced this past Tuesday that he will not bring the bill up to a vote this week. This marks the 4th Obamacare replacement failure since the beginning of summer. The Graham-Cassidy bill would have allowed the states to set up their own rules for coverage. This plan would have continued to place taxes on the wealthy. However, the money would instead go to the governors to come up with better health care. There was great controversy over whether this bill would have passed the Jimmy Kimmel test, as in, if it would allow states to deny coverage to those with pre-existing conditions. However, it seems as though Jimmy Kimmel can now sleep well knowing that this bill has essentially been rejected. Graham and Cassidy both claim that their downfall came because they ran out of time, while other Republican senators argued that the early drafts of the bill were unclear, had misinformation, and contained last-minute changes, making members uneasy with the details of the bill that they would be voting on. Graham has called this push the most amazing journey of his life, and it is clear that, although discouraged, the Republicans do not plan on stopping their efforts to replace Obamacare. I will now turn this coverage over to my colleagues who have been following the Republican senators' positions on this bill.
Lovely introduction. I'm Jenny, and I'm currently reporting live in Maine, where Senator Susan Collins just announced her stance on the bill, leaving many shocked. Ms. Collins describes the latest plan as deeply flawed. She expressed concerns about cuts to Medicaid, as well as the rolling back of protections for people with pre-existing medical conditions. She continues by saying, healthcare is a deeply personal, complex issue that affects every single one of us and 1/6 of the American economy. Sweeping reforms to our healthcare system and to Medicaid can't be done well in a compressed time frame, especially when the actual bill is a moving target. Keep in mind, this is only 3 days after Senator McCain opposed this bill as well. This is frustrating to the Republican Party, especially President Donald Trump. Mr. Trump expressed frustration that Republicans have talked for years about repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act, but failed to now deliver that a Republican was in the White House. It is quite interesting to see fellow Republicans opposing this, as they are so against this act. This statement has definitely left quite a few Republicans shocked. Now I'll turn it over to Samir in Texas and see what kind of chaos is happening there.
Thank you, Jenny. Hi, I'm Samir Khan, reporting to you from Austin, Texas, where I will be explaining Republican Senator Ted Cruz's position on the Graham-Cassidy bill. Initially, Senator Cruz was in agreement with the bill, as it is taking federal health care funds and block granting to individual states so they can decide how the funds are spent. And it is a new way to gain momentum for healthcare reform. The proposed bill would return federal power to the states, giving them greater flexibility to improve health systems locally. Cruz claims, quote, "The heart of the legislation takes the policymaking role of Washington and sends it to the states, and it lets states innovate and adopt creative solutions to local problems, which vary state by state." End quote. His central focus from the beginning has been on lowering health insurance premiums. He opposes Obamacare because it has made premiums skyrocket and unaffordable to the average consumer. He advocates for expanded consumer freedom so that the consumer can be in charge of what health insurance plans they want to buy and to have lower health insurance premiums so that it is affordable. However, after his amendments for the bill were rejected by Graham and Cassidy, Cruz cannot, in good support, vote for the bill because it preserves too many Obamacare regulations that favor high premiums and does very little to deregulate the system. In the future, Cruz will favor a plan that does away with individual mandate and employer mandate in order to have a positive effect on small businesses and job creation. Now, I will send you over to Josephine.
Good afternoon, viewers. I am Josephine, and today I would like to take this time to talk to you about Senator John McCain's stance on the Graham-Cassidy bill. Reporting to you from Arizona, McCain has declared he voted against the bill, stating, "I cannot in good conscience vote for the Graham-Cassidy proposal." Senator McCain's main reason for denying the bill? Simple. He wanted to follow the regular procedure that bills circulating in Senate are required to go through. According to McCain, he was uncomfortable making the decision on the bill without seeing a full CBO score. There are many unanswered questions in regards to the bill, specifically, how will it affect premiums? How will it help and hurt our nation? And most importantly, how much will it cost? In a recent interview, McCain validated the need for a full CBO score, saying, "Without the full CBO score, which won't be available by the end of the month, we won't have reliable answers to any of those questions." Furthermore, he claimed that he did not want Republicans making the same mistakes Democrats did in 2009 when they rushed through the bill on a party line basis. He is a firm believer that the bill should be constructed on a bipartisan basis in which there is only one option for success, and that is it. McCain stated, and I quote, "I believe we could do better working together. Republicans and Democrats have not yet really tried." Senator McCain did say he would be willing to reconsider the bill if and only if it went through amendments, hearings, and debates were made. This has been Josephine reporting to you from Arizona with a third confirmed no for the Graham-Cassidy bill. Unless major changes are made before September 30th, we will be without a health care plan still. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon and enjoy the rest of your evening.